Hello, everybody. I'm Eric Grégoire, the CEO of SHG, Swiss Hospitality Group, and we will have today a courses of human resources that we also call HR. HR is an important department in many companies. So, of course, in a hospitality industry, in any hotel, the HR department is important. Even for smaller business like a restaurant, but all type of companies, everybody needs a good HR team. So this course is not only for the HR managers, it's for every manager. Why? Because tomorrow you want to open a business, even a tiny business, a ice cream shop, a bar, a restaurant, or even another type of business, just a store, whatever. You need to hire some people. And in that case, if you need to hire some people, when you start your business, you will probably not have the budget to have an HR manager. So you as a manager, you as the owner of the business, you will have to do the HR, the human resources job. That's the reason why this course is very useful for you, because you will understand all about this department. All right. So we will see first about this course, what is the most important for you, and what you need to learn about the human resources. So I will share my screen and I will teach you about this department. Here you go. You can see the screen. All right. So first question, why human resources, what it is and why it is important? The human resources department basically is taking care of the people. They are taking care of the people in the company. Of course, every manager has some employees, and everyone is taking care of the employees. But in case of problem, is always the human resources that we will call, okay, to solve conflicts, but in case of problems, also in case that we need to promote them. Okay, so good and bad moments with employees. When you need to hire some new people, so the recruitment is the HR who will take care of it. And also when you need to fire some people, to lay off some people, okay? And as well to maintain and to kind of control the performance, okay? If a staff is doing a good job, etc. So that's the job number one of the human resources, to take care of the people. And sometimes you have some other people in charge of the production or in the kitchen or whatever. Okay, whatever they do, of course they are in charge of the people as well, but not at 100%. So this department is fully in charge of the people. And why is it important? Because the people in a company, it is the most difficult part. This is the most challenging part because people are people. People are difficult to manage. So please refer to the courses of management of people to learn more about management. But to make it short, people are difficult to manage. Why? Because people are changing all the time. Okay. You change from the morning. Maybe you can be in a very good mood, but in the afternoon you can have a bad mood because you got a bad news during lunchtime. You can have also some personal issues and you're not motivated, and maybe your salary, you're not happy about this, and there's some change in your life. Maybe you have some colleagues that you don't like, that you think they don't respect you, or maybe you don't like your manager because he doesn't see the hard work that you do, or some other colleagues are not working so hard, or maybe you are not happy about some customers that are complaining and not very nice to you, etc., etc. There are thousands of examples, and the problem is we're not computers. People are not computers, and people have feelings. They often think they are right and people are wrong. So I'm right, everybody else is wrong. That's often the case. At least is what they think. Anyway, people have a personality, and everyone in the company has different personality, different mood, different culture as well, from different countries. And it's not easy every day. And that's the job of every manager, and of course the human resources. They have to deal every day with all those people in the company. For what? To make sure that the productivity is high, to make sure that basically everybody is working. Okay, and you don't pay the salary for nothing. So that's a challenging part. That's very challenging, because people, as I said, are changing every day, and it's very difficult. So you need, it's like the milk on the fire. When you warm the milk, it's cold, and suddenly it starts boiling. Okay, the people is the same. You always need to keep an eye, okay, on it, to make sure that everything is smooth, everything is under control, everything is clear. Okay, because if you don't pay attention to the people, if you are a manager only staying in your office and you don't pay attention to the people, well, people will not be motivated. There are a lot of troubles. They may fight each other, to argue, etc., etc. So you as a manager, and especially here in the human resources, you need to keep an eye on your staff to make sure that they're working hard, everything is happy, everybody is happy, they're motivated, etc., etc. So this is what we will see. So here you have some slides that will be attached to the video about definitions. But basically, the human resources, they're here to make some research. Okay, they need to know at least the minimum about the job which is done in the company. Let's say tomorrow you want to hire a chef or someone for the kitchen. You need to know about a bit about the kitchen. If you want to hire someone for the housekeeping, you need to understand about housekeeping, etc., etc. So you need to make some research about the market, the salaries, the difficulties, the requirements, etc., etc. So to have a deep understanding about the market. Searching, you also need to search talents. You also need to search information about taxes, laws, etc. So that's why it's good that you need to master the language and to master the place where you are doing the job, because knowing the local laws is very important. As human resources manager, you need to hire. Okay, so you need to recruit. But not only, okay, your job is not only to hire people, you also need to take care of your team, okay, to give them trainings, or at least to coordinate the trainings, to make sure that they're working hard, to make sure they're here every day at work. Even if it's they work from home, you have to make sure that they're working, they're on time, etc. So if they're doing a good job, you need to promote them to make sure they keep doing the job, they're motivated. If some people are not working well, you have to do the meetings to know what's going on, why they're not working very well. Maybe you have to give some warnings, etc. And maybe you need to lay off some people at some point, okay? So this is about the human resources. And then is all the administration, okay? You always need to do like some kind of certificates, make sure about the payroll, okay? The salaries, a lot of paperwork, some contracts, the vacation, organization, etc., etc. So sick leave, for example, that you have to coordinate. So all this, you are coordinating between each department and also the financial department and the management. So you are here to manage everything, and you have to have a good relationship with all the departments, because you are the one to take care of the people. Okay, so all the departments will come to you because they need more people, or they need to fire some people, or they have a problem with one of the staff, or you need to hire, you need to fire, or maybe you need to talk to one of the staff, etc. You need to make some yearly interviews. You need to make some the payroll, etc. So you have a lot of work that you have to do. And the administration is also quite big work to do in your human resources. 50% of the time you are in your office and you are doing some paperwork. The other 50% of the time you are kind of in a contact with other departments and the staff to make sure that everything goes smoothly in the company, everything is under control. Okay, this is what we call the management of the human resources. So the goal number one here is to ensure the best productivity of the company from the people. Basically, your job is to make sure that the people are in good conditions to work. And because if there are good conditions to work, they will do a good job. They will work hard. You make sure they are motivated. If they're motivated, they work hard to make sure they are here at work, so they do the job. Basically, what you want, you are here to make sure that people are working. They must do the job and with the best productivity. Okay, you don't want people at the office but doing nothing, or too slow, or not productive, or they don't have the right training, they don't have the right skills, etc. No, you want the best productivity because the company gives salary to those people. You want to make sure that you're not wasting the money of the company. So the people having a salary must do a full productivity. This is the job of the human resources. Why? Also because the turnover, so it's how to say, it's expensive. If you keep firing people, you hire someone, you don't take care of them, they're not happy, there are some problems in the company, they resign, or you fire them and you need to hire some new people, it's very costly, it's very expensive. We will see that in the coming slides, but it's very costly because you need to start from the scratch, the recruitment process, you need to hire someone, make the interviews, you make the training, etc. And all this work, it takes time. Time means money. During that time, the work is not well done, and people need some time to adapt as well to the new company. A lot of change is not good for the company. Okay, so better to keep the people, make sure that they have right training, make sure they are happy in the company. At the end, you will save some money. So the challenge is, as we said before, different cultures. Now, the teams are very international. We got people from all over the world and everywhere. If you go to a hotel in Dubai, the teams are from, you get people from Egypt, Lebanon, from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, from Japan, from Russia, from Italy, from France, from Spain, from South America. You got people from all over the world in one hotel, in one company, and this is the case in many countries. You go to France, you get people working that are from Africa, that are from Eastern Europe, of course, from France, etc. So you get very international teams in many, many countries because people are traveling now, not only to travel, but just also to work. So they want to make a career. So the teams are very, very international. And you, as a manager, you need to deal with those people from all over the world. And the same, so you need to deal with those people. You need to learn about those cultures in many, many countries. Okay, either you move to another country or people are coming to you anyway. The intercultural management is very important. Then, as I said, the mood is different from the morning to the afternoon. You can have a bad news, a call from your family, maybe the kids are sick at home, or maybe you got a problem with the husband or the wife, etc. Financial problems, your mood could be different from 1 minute to another one. Okay, your zodiac sign as well can have an influence on the mood of the people, the personality as well, the education, everything. Okay, so people are different. And that's the challenge. Okay, we're dealing here with people, and that's the challenge number one. People are people, and it's difficult. So that's the reason why you need to, as a good human resources manager or as a manager, you need to keep an eye on the staff. You need to take care of them all the time. Okay, and these are all things that saying that take care of your staff, they will take care of your business. Okay, so here it really makes sense. The job of the human resources is to take care of the staff. Okay, fairly. Okay, we need to take care of them. They have to be able to work in good conditions. Everything must be organized. They must have a clean uniform. They have to be paid on time. it must be safe for them to work. And if you take care of them, you give them trainings, you encourage them, okay, you talk about their career, the options that they have for the future. If you do this, well, there are many chances that the people will be happy in your company, okay, and they will not go away. They will stay in your company, they will be loyal, and when they're happy, motivated, the productivity, the job they do is getting better and better. And when the job is well done, what happens? Your customers are happy and they come back and they spend some money. Okay, so that's the goal of the human resources. And here we can see that everything, human resources is everything. Okay, you have to show the example as an employee. Okay, always to be on time. You have to search for the right skills. You need to know about the skills of the staff. You cannot know all the job technically, but a little bit. Okay, researching the right talents. Okay, give them trainings. If you cannot make trainings yourself, you need to coordinate with institutions, schools, or whatever, or trainers, to make sure that your staff has the right training all the time. Recruiting is a big part of the HR. Measuring the performance, we'll see that in the coming slides. The performance is something that you need to measure. It's not like you hire someone and you don't take care of them. You have to make sure that you measure the performance. It's a little bit like a dashboard. A dashboard when you drive a car. Okay, imagine now that you have a car, you bought the car. Okay, so let's say it's recruiting is buying the car. You have the car now, but you don't know which speed you have. You don't know if you have enough gas into the car. You have absolutely no information. Okay, it's dangerous. Okay, can you drive a car? You don't know the speed. You don't know if you have enough petrol. If it is a red light, you don't see it. There are a lot of things that you need to pay attention. Okay, this is the performance that you have, the dashboard that you have to check. Okay, so human resources is this, is you must have a good dashboard like in the car, and you must see, oh, there's a red light, that means, oh, there's a problem in this department, maybe some two staff are fighting, they don't like each other, red light. So you take care of this problem, you go to talk to them. We will see that in the coming slide. You can see if maybe they need more, the petrol is low, maybe you need to to fill it up. So maybe you need to give some energy, maybe team building, maybe you need to give some promotion, you need to to give salaries and maybe bonuses, etc., to make sure that, okay, the energy is at the maximum, etc. Maybe are we going too fast? Are we doing too many hours? Or where are we going too slow, which is not good? You have to ride to the right speed to not break the machine, not too slow as well. So same as a car, is a dashboard, and the human resources is in charge of this dashboard. So very important job. You have to show some leadership. So if you don't know about leadership, I invite you to follow the course of leadership, but you have to show the example as a human resources manager. You have to understand you are part of your important job in a company, so you have to show some leadership. You have to also to follow, and to know who has some potential in the company. You have responsibility to know the staff, so you have to see who has some potential in the company, who can be successful, etc. Okay. All right. So how now the human resources department is organized? So it changed from one company to another. That depends on the size of the company. But in general, is as it is now. You have the HR manager or the director. You have very often an assistant. And then you have someone in charge of the recruitment. If it's a big company, then you have a coordinator. Okay, so recruitment manager, recruitment coordinator. Then you also have the people in charge of the payroll. Okay, because every month you have to see who came late, who was not here for any reasons. Maybe they were on vacation, maybe they were sick, etc. So, and this you need to calculate everything, and then those you have to give to the financial department. So the financial department will make the payments according to what you said. Okay, who was at the job. So payroll manager, payroll coordinator, and then you have another sub department about the training. Okay, training manager, training coordinator. Okay. So this is in a big company. Okay. Very sometimes if your company is small, you are one HR manager doing all this job. Okay, or maybe you are only two people to do only this job. If it's a huge company, then you have even more people to help you with that, you know. So it's just to show you an example of the organization in a human resources department. So remember, you have HR management with recruitment, payroll, and training. All right. So what are the skills that you need to have to work in HR? Okay, what is needed? If tomorrow, for example, you are the manager, you are the owner of the company, and you are looking, you want to hire a HR director, what are the skills? Okay, so first, you want someone who is good with administration. As I said, 50% of the job is about administration. So someone who is serious with the paperwork, okay, who kind of like a little bit being in the office. Okay, if it's someone who hates being in office, human resources is maybe not the best department for that person. That person will not be happy, because 50% of the job you have to be behind your desk, behind your computer, and to do some paperwork. Okay, unfortunately, in many countries it's like this. You have to take care of the contracts, you have to take care, as I said, of the payments, of the salaries, etc. You will spend a lot of time behind your computer. So, and which is very important to know, you have to be good a little bit in finance. Sometimes in some companies, the HR and the financial manager is the same person. Okay, in the very small companies. So you need to have a little bit of understanding in finance, paperwork, as we said, but also the laws. Okay, the laws are important because in every company, in every country, the laws are different. Okay, so I recommend you to hire someone who is local, or at least who has been living and working in a country for a long time, who knows the laws in the country. That means if you need to lay off someone, what are the rules in the country? Can you fire someone immediately, or do you need to wait for 2 months, 3 months? What are the specifications? Do you need to send a letter? Do you need to send a letter you can give by hand? Do you need to send by the post? Etc., etc. In every country is different. So it's important that you have someone who knows the laws, okay? Who knows the process to hire, to process, to fire someone, etc. Okay. Then that HR manager needs to have some soft skills. For example, to be patient. Okay, you are dealing with people. You will have a lot of issues every day because everybody will come to see you if they have some problems with some stuff. So first, you need to be patient. You have to be good in communication. That means you need to be able to communicate with everybody in the company. Everybody. So you need to be sociable. So all the staff, they must trust you. All the managers, they must trust you. Okay, so you should be like the dad or the mom of everybody in the company. You know, like they need something from you, you are the one to help. That doesn't mean that you have to do everything for them, but if they need you, you are here for them. Okay, that's the spirit. And so you need to be good in communication. Okay, you have to make sure, so you know, like when is the birthday of someone, etc. You have to, you know, to make a card, etc., that all the staff will sign, etc. When someone will got a promotion, you need to also take care of the families. You need to know what's going on in the families. They got kids, is you know, get married, but also if they got divorced, if there's bad news, you need to know about that. Okay, so it's very important to be close to your staff, to the managers, to everybody in the company. You need to have ears, you need to listen, to observe what is going on. Of course, you need to have a good presentation in a way that a HR manager should be on time with a very like respected, you know, like uniform, etc. You don't want to be the HR manager who is always late, who talks badly about the manager, etc., etc. It's not good for the image. Okay, so you need to show the example. You are here to represent the management of the company. You represent, you know, you represent the owners, the brand name. Okay, so you must give a good image. You also must have a kind of follower attitude. Okay, you need to follow, as I said before, the image of the brand, of the company that who hired you. Okay, so if you are too independent and you don't like having a boss above you, maybe it's not a good idea to become an HR. HR, you need to follow the orders from the instructions from the owners, from the headquarters. And sometimes you like it or not, you have to kind of follow what they say. Okay, if they tell you we need to lay off 20% of the staff, well, you have to do it. We have some new rules in place, then we have to do it. Okay, so you need to have this kind of follower attitude, and important to be loyal for the brand hiring you. Sense of the details as well. Since you are representing the company, it's important that people, if you make any mistakes, for example, in a contract, doesn't sound good. You know what I mean? So you need to pay attention to very details. You must be very professional, because when you make a contract or later that you kind of will hire someone, for example, is it any mistakes or anything as it doesn't look good. Okay. Then you need to be able to learn fast. So as a human resources manager, you cannot learn the job of everybody perfectly. All right. However, a little bit. So you need to have a good understanding about the job of everybody. What is difficult in the job? Why they have difficulties, etc., etc. So you have to learn fast. So especially that, let's say in a hotel, there are a lot of people in a hotel, housekeeping, kitchen, engineering, front office, concierge, valet, etc., administration. So many jobs and so many departments. But you need to learn all of them more or less. You need to understand. You have to have a good understanding. Okay. Another point as well, you need to be good in resolving conflicts. Okay, because if there's a problem in the company, people will come to see you. One of the manager will come to see you and said, I have a problem with this staff. He's always coming late. This is a problem. Or there's always a fight. He doesn't listen to me. Please talk to him. Or some staff will come to see you. Some staff will come to see you and said, I have a problem with my manager. My manager is not respecting me. Or I have a problem with one of my colleagues, etc. So each time there's a problem in the company, people will come to the HR department, and this is normal. And if they don't come to see you, you should be able to identify the problem and even to go to see them to solve the problem, even if they didn't ask for it. Okay, it's your job in the human resources to anticipate the problems and to go to see, and you see that in the morning they're not smiling, they don't say hello or say yes, I'm fine, and that's it. You must feel that is something wrong today, and it's your job to kind of dig, to investigate, what is going on today, and to anticipate a bigger problem. So it's better to solve the problem when it's small than to not see it. You stay in your office, you don't see what is going on, or you don't want to take care of it, and then the problem becomes bigger, and then it's very difficult to solve it. And that's the next skill that you must have, is you should be able to solve the problems. Okay, that means you need to come up with some solutions. Okay, you need to be able to listen to people, to see who is right, who is wrong. Okay, and people should be able to listen to you. You should be able to influence the manager to say, you have not been very fair with the staff. You should listen to the staff a little bit more, etc. So you have to be a little bit diplomatic. You have to be good in managing people as well. Okay. So I invite you as well to follow the courses of management of people, are very useful for the human resources managers. And also you have the responsibility to kind of motivate everybody, that everybody must be happy to work in a place, with the salaries, with the trainings, with the working conditions, to make sure it's safe. You don't want any complaints. So you want people to be motivated to come at work. You are kind of happiness CEO, happiness manager. Okay, it's your job to make sure that everybody is happy. So alone is difficult, but sometimes you need the help from the managers. Maybe you need to have a budget from the owners to do some activities, to make sure that there is the right equipment for the staff, safety equipment. Everything must be perfect. And it's your job to come up with some ideas to make sure that everybody is motivated. And that's why I was saying before that if you feel that you see some staff, they're not happy, well, it's better to anticipate it now, because if they don't, maybe they're too shy to come to see you, the performance will go down. So when you see the performance is going down, you have to do something so the performance is going up, to make sure that everybody's happy. If they're not happy, they're not motivated, and the productivity is low. So it's your job to do something, to see it, and to do something to make sure that they're motivated again. All right. So I hope you have full understanding now about the human resources, and we are going to continue with some other videos to talk about human resources. But once again, this course is not only for the people working in the human resources, it's very useful for all the managers. For everybody, managing people is extremely useful. All right, so I will see you in the next video. Thank you.